I just dey laugh. Now wetin you talk dey make me laugh. Yo, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, if you can see my screen, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. Well, I wasn't talking before, that's why you can't hear me. But now I am. So let me know if you can hear me. I think you should be able to hear me now. Let me check my mic. Okay, yeah, looks good. All right. Happy New Week, Happy Father's Day, everyone. Thank you for joining in again. So, without wasting time, let's just get into it. Right. So, we're going to start from where we stopped last week. I think we looked at Bitcoin, then there's GU. Can someone remind me what was the last pair again? It was Bitcoin, GU. Right, the other Bitcoin for God's sake. Yeah. So I think we marked some things on this Bitcoin here. Yes. So for this one, I said the price might probably not visit it. Then I said this other block above might be the one, and I think it actually triggered. Or yeah, I think it didn't. A little bit above though. Uh, just missed by a nick. Anyway, that's where we finished last week, or maybe it was this FVG. But then I remember saying the price might not visit this because this one is below. But then waiting for the break. After the break, after the break of structure here, we're waiting for the break of structure. After the break of structure here, the price just came to the FVG here and then moved along. So anyway, that's for Bitcoin. And was it ETH? I think it was ETH, but I'm not sure. But I clearly remembered GU, and it kind of cleared out the stop loss before going on my way. Just tapped the stop loss, pam, then went back down. Price didn't take our entry here, it just took the other block here. It was I didn't want to take it because of this three break of structure. I was confident that there was going to be a sell. That's on the 1 hour, by the way. I was confident there was going to be a sell. I guess this would I guess this should count as a BOS. No way, this is our reversal here. Then the first break over here. Definitely. Definitely the first break. And the second and the third. But anyway, the market doesn't care. It just does what it's supposed to do, what it wanna what it's gonna do. So that was for GU. What was the last pair, if anyone can remember? Okay, yeah, basically it was mainly GU and Bitcoin. But then all around GU was fucked up pair last week. So I guess that explains the whole bullshit behind it. Anyway, let's move on to today's start the Bitcoin as usual. So with the Bitcoin analysis we did last week, it was hinting that yeah, Bitcoin is still bullish. I think we had to go as far as yeah, the weekly target, the weekly candle. So the weekly candle last week ended up bullish, just like I said it should, based on the liquidity and everything that has been happening, that there's no reason for the market to go down. So it was on the weekly. Did it ended up bullish? Yeah, it was this candle that was here during our session. Then I said if it turned out to be a green candle, a white candle, then the market is bullish, of course. Then this was last week because we're in a new week. We're in a new week, right? Wait a minute. Is this thing correct? If you're in a new week, this new candle should be forming. Okay, I think the new week starts by Monday because this says 8 hours. 8 hours from now is yep, 8 hours from now is Monday, which is 12 o'clock. So anyway, the last week candle did end up bullish. This for this new week. After that last week stuff, market went up, of course, because it ended up being a bullish candle. So it went up and then dumped back down. So I think we are in the same loop, just like what has happened last week, and then wait for this candle to finish. If it does finish bullish, then we continue. If it finish bearish, then might have a run for a bearish market. So first off, our clue is watch where this how this candle will finish on the weekly time frame. So it will determine what we are going to look for during the week, whether we are going to be buying or we're going to be selling. But overall, we know it's bullish because even on daily time frame, we have our break to the top side. But then we didn't have the break to the top side on the weekly. So do we? No, we don't. Let me check. We don't. But yeah, we can still go for the daily. Yep. So with that, I guess we just wait. But then let's narrow. Let's go down to 1 hour, 2 hours. See what's going on. See how we can utilize it. But now this is another pattern forming, similar to this pattern here. After the price has dumped, so it's just going back up going back up, ranging just like it's doing here, and then probably shoot up again. So we can't particularly wait for a break or something on this time frame. Or we just have to go with the nearest. Okay, I think that's what happened here. Go with the nearest point of interest, picked it here. So for this one as well, it's a little bit tricky because of whatever is going on here. So this one, okay, this one also has been activated. I think, yeah, it has been activated, but you never know. So price might still come back down here, but it's also on 30 minutes, so it's easy for the price to come back down there. So we have this one here. Okay, on 15, the entry is still showing. So to start with, we might go for this 15 minutes time frame entry. Yes, let's mark it out very well. I'm trying to see if I can first of find see if I can find a entry model on this 15 minutes. Um, none. Okay, but let's mark everything out so that we get the hang of what's going on. This break, but this 15 minutes, so all these ones are very very minor. This one, another one here. Then after that, price came back here. Let's see. Yep, aligning with this FVG anyway. Then after price came back here, we have shoot to the upside again. This break doesn't really look great to me, but whatever. We have this break. Um, if we decide to go for other flow, it might just be like what happened to the last week on, and price might not reach there. But then that's on bigger time frame. But if we should look at it from this angle again, it's aligning with our AVG. So we might decide to go for this on 15 minutes, but our stop loss will be wide. We have to give market time to prove us right. We might just put it a little bit above the point of interest here. And we have our stops below here. Then our TP over here. This is just a 2 hour trade. But if you want to bet on it, or if you want to bank on it, you can just increase it a little bit. But this is a realistic take profit. Let's just see the previous high, right? Of course. So first TP, yeah, I hate when this thing doesn't align. This is almost far. Only if you want to take a little bit of risk. Yeah, okay, this far then. This is the first TP here. This should be what 2.7. But then if you want to look towards the top, then we have far. But the market just picked up again. So still a little bit of doubt. But let's go back here. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. See what's happening on the short side. We can get a whiff of what's going on the long side, then we can get what's going on the short side. 45 minutes says we might not reach this place. Hang on, let's put this here. Yep, 30 minutes. 30 minutes does align with it. Well, there isn't any particular entry for now, so I think we should not force it. This one might be, but then if we should just wait and see how everything pans out, see if another entry is going to come up, see how the new week is going to close. So if the new week closes being bullish, then it will be easy for us to get our conviction will be easy to go for a new entry, right? To choose a direction. So if it does end bullish, then great. If it doesn't, fine, right? If it doesn't end being bullish, then we can easily pick up our short entries. So maybe we should force it, see how everything goes. There isn't a particular entry model here. So yes, not interesting really. I would say not interesting. This is a liquidity grab here. This and I'm moving towards the top side. Originally, if you are going to look on the top, on the higher time frame, this are expansion, this are retracement. This is going to be the first break of structure after this OD. So whatever happens here is going to determine what's going to happen during the week. So if we have this like this, and then we have a break towards the top side, it also depends on where it's reacting from. But we have this breaking towards the top side, and then on the weekly time frame, it's ending up as a bullish candle, going to the new week. Then yeah, we might go for breakout blocks, or might even go for this, because then if it does end like this on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, it does end like this on the daily time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, I'm sorry, and then on the weekly we have a bullish candle going up. This will be our first break after this dip, and then this will be our inducement. Then the price just comes like this, and then we go for this one right here, or the price might not reach there. You know how the market behaves, but this will be our ideal entry. Oh yeah, this will be our ideal entry right here. So that's what's going to happen. That's what you're going to look for. Lots of things might happen on the outside, but yeah, we just have to wait till the week ends, then see what happens after this. What happens with this internal high? This is an internal high. So if price will break, because these are crazy expansion here. Then we have this retracement. The new expansion failed to failed to come down below here. So we're anticipating the expansion to the top side here. Great. Yeah, so that goes for Bitcoin. Let me take a pair, two pairs, and then we can go ahead. All right, so USDCHF, USDCHF, USDCHF. I don't have USDCHF here. Oh, I think we looked at hype was the last pair we looked at last week. Yeah, that one didn't even come to an entry. He just went ahead and did his whole thing. I already told this is a very, very foolish coin. It just does whatever it wants to do. Bam, bam. Well, the market was bullish, so kind of aided it. Take this one off. Yes, this HF. Alright, this is USDCHF charts, and let's go from daily. Daily, yeah, yeah. I think this is a very, very crazy sell on daily time frame, and then it's kind of bottoming out. That's what I would say for starters. Kind of bottoming out. Can see the crazy rejection here, but then this is a recent high as well. This recent low, I mean. Let's look at it from crazy perspective. See what's going on. I'll put this out week. Nope, 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 nope. Interesting. Well, on the weekly frame, it says there's no reason for us to counter trend. That's what I would say. On the weekly frame, there's no reason for us to counter trend. This has been a range on the weekly, and then price finally broke down. So when the price broke below, it just picked up the breaker block on the weekly. That's what I would say. This is the breaker block here. This is the breaker block on the weekly time frame. And that is exactly after the price did the break of structure that it has been longing to do. This is one the weekly can, so this can allow you to phantom how crazy this is. So after the weekly break, there's price tapping in the breaker block and then going down. Well, we have we have a low that price might still catch below here. Let me go to the daily. This daily frame. Yeah, okay, we've looked at this before. This daily time frame. Price has touched the breaker block here. Then I'll say we should wait for break here to determine our continuation, because the price haven't even touched the low, which is, let's say, this is even the recent low, this is the internal low, but this daily time frame is all bearish. It's a bearish market. I'd say it's a bearish market. So if price breaks below here, then we can start picking our entry from here, or just choose the order block and go with it. Market will open soon, yes, but that's what's going on daily. 4 hour time frame here. 4 hour time frame. This is the external high. This is the external low, and even on the 4 hour, let's see, after this sell, this massive sell, this expansion, we have our first break. This is our relief pump here. This is our relief pump. So this is still all expansion. So this is the first break over here. First break over here. Then after the first break, price just came. This was supposed to hold it if the price was going to go up, but then it just came there. It did react, right? But then price just came back down, reacted, pumped it to the next order block. Then we have the price breaking back down from this low, breaking down from this low, and then we have another break to the downside. So after the first one, okay, this is the FVG here. Although this one looks like liquidity is still above it, so potentially price might come back up, because after the break, well, there are like crazy type of entry models here for it. We have this one, we have this FVG, then we have the second break to the downside. So yeah, I think this might be it. This might be it. This might be it for USDCHF, but this 4 hour time frame. This 4 hour this is an entry model, right? We have our inducements, lots of it. I don't like picking entry on 4 hour, it's far-fetched, but then if we should look at 4 hour entry, we can see this one here. Fucking bastard. You can see this one here. And so this price reacting, that is some this price reacting here creating like a double bottom here. Maybe it's just to pump it back to this entry, and then you can see it also aligning with its FVG here. So this might be our first call for USDCHF, like requested. Might be our first call, and below, right below, just below, yeah. But so that's out. Let's take a look at 2 hours time frame. On 2 hours, we have this range here. We have this range. I think I learned this from tech. They have this range. Once you have a range, the price broke out of the range, you just have to choose the other block that broke the range. So that means we have to put this aside. If we choose the other block that broke the range, then we might be having price reversing to this point or something around this area. But that's for 2 hours. Let's look at 1 hour. It's crazy range, very very crazy. Yeah, so yeah, that is it. That is it. That is it for USDCHF. So we have our first entry here. Might just risk a little. This is the other that broke the range, although it's not so clear because all of this just looks like just one expansion, right? This looks like one expansion, and the volume itself is very low because you can see how it's squeezed. It took it years to reach this level. This 1 hour candles. We all know that. So you can see that there isn't much volume there. Why? I would say the person trading this pair probably leave it. It's annoying. It's going to take forever to reach your take profits. It's going to just be wasting your time. Probably go for a more volatile pair that has volume. Because this one right here is probably not it. But then if you want to go for it, you can have I think this will be the first entry. This is a range. The range is broken out at this point, or this might just have an inducement itself. Anyone. And then the second one, if the price probably reverse back and to take out all this range here, you know, it happens. Yeah. And let's narrow it down a little bit, see if you can see anything interesting. And also you might decide to just go for a pump, a buy, probably from this price if it comes here, but it's risky. Yes, it is risky. So you can just go for buy from this here. I think the FG should be here. Yes. Go for a buy from this point. It's kind of like doing reverse trading based on market being oversold, right? Using your relative strength index indicator. But this is obvious already. The market is oversold, obviously. So if I just take this, similar to what used to happen on Bitcoin. Where's that Bitcoin again? I'll just use that as an example so you understand what I'm saying. Just like after the market being oversold here, then price just come here. And the same thing happening the previous week as well. But then this one didn't really give us entry, but just maybe something like this. But let's go back to USDCHF. USDCHF. Okay, here. Mm. Price might reach there, might not. Or you can, if you can get, let's see on 30 minutes. Probably just start buying from this place here. Doesn't really make sense. Or if price reaches here, you can just gamble on it. I'd say, yeah, not an interesting pair. The market is not interesting, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but there's nothing interesting in everything I've checked so far. So what's the last one? 20 minutes. Okay, someone said we check DBP AUD. We've missed this. We've missed this. Hmm. Then we went to USDCHF. Let's go for a pair I have on my checklist. All these ones are, I don't know what you guys enjoy in trading on this space. Let's go for XAU. And interesting updates from Bybit. There's XAU on Bybit now. You can trade good on Bybit. Great, huh? Yep. Oh yeah, we talked about good as well last week. This analysis here made me remember. I can't remember where we stopped or what we were doing. But I remember saying this has been mitigated when we tried to. I think it was on 1 hour we saw the inducement and all of that. But then we checked on 4 hour, we can see that everything. No, maybe on 45 minutes then. Probably not. I can't remember. Anyway, that was it. That was what I can remember on good that we talked about. And I remember hinting that that might be mitigated, which, yeah, it's pretty much what is happening now. Shift key is not working. The person that has to use shift key to align my screen. Oh, not working. So gold, very very bullish. Right from the point that it has, right from this breaker block point, moving up crazily. That was break, bam. They were going up again. Markets strongly, ended up in a strong price. Gold ended up in a strong price. I mean, see, nothing interesting. I can't even figure out where. You know what? Let me take this off. Maybe this was confusing me. Let me take it off. This to our. Oh, this was on 2 hour. We saw the stuff on 2 hour. Then on the 4 hour, I said it might probably not stay because it took the on 4 hour, everything was a whole other block and it was immediate mitigation and then price went back down. But since we are confused a little bit, let's just mark it as it goes. So we have this break here. Maybe I say since I am confused because I don't know whether you guys are confused as well. I hate this thing. Anyway, I'll just put it there. Okay, so let's follow the market. You have an expansion here, retracement, you have an expansion, break to the top, retracement back down, you have an expansion to the top again, retracement, you have another one to the top, then another one to the top again. This is just one big gold expansion. So what we're expecting now for gold is a retracement back, probably from this price zone, wherever the market wants to stop. So our first entry will be this breaker block here. This breaker block here. Yep, let's mark it out. But then we also put into consideration other factors or where the price might potentially run to. Have our first breaker block as the first entry. Then secondly, after this break, mark this out so we can easily know what we're doing. I need another mouse pad. This one is just annoying. Then we have another other block below here. But this is not the other block that broke the structure, right? But then this one below has an inducement, so it's a point of interest. There's liquidity there. Price might want to visit. You have that like that. Then this whole big other block is a big problem. It's giving me a headache to even break it down. Let me take this off since you know what the market is doing. The first one, the second one here. And this again. Let's summon our FVG. See what's going on. Okay. There's another thing I want to mention. There's something I've noticed, which is number one, if we are trying to use our FVG, price doesn't necessarily have to break structure using FVGs. FVG's entry doesn't require price to have a break of structure. If it does, it's cool. But if it doesn't, it's it, do- it's a tool for you to to catch trend, for a tool for you to catch continuations, right? I've noticed that was what happened on Bitcoin as well. And then this one right here is showing me another thing, because now we have this retracement down here, then the price kept moving. If we had say, okay, fine, let's wait for break of structure. Okay, we waited for this break of structure here, but this is on 1 hour, so it's an internal break. We really won't count it. But after that, the price came there and then went up. And then after that again, we have another internal break. After that internal break, the price came to the nearest FVG and then moved up. So instead of waiting for entries, price coming back down and all of that, we can just use it for our continuation when we see that the price is moving up after a retracement, yeah, after a retracement or after an expansion, or maybe when the price is trying to go on with a retracement. Because this is the example, another example here. After this expansion here, these are retracement to the upside. Although it's a bullish market. So we might say this one is a retracement because the expansion, we have a retracement, this is expansion, then retracement, then this expansion, it's not straight for the expansion, but then we wouldn't say this expansion retracement, but maybe it's just a range, and it's a chart pattern. I've forgotten what it's called. It's a chart pattern showing it right here. Yes, it's a chart pattern showing right there. So that gives us this the FEG forms here, and then the price just took it and then it kept going. But then aside that, let's leave that aside. I think this will be our best bet for gold, based on the market's momentum, based on the market's movement. We might have our first run from here. This is a break. This is a breaker block sitting right above it, right above the break, right above the break. This would have been a great short entry. So yeah, it would have been a great short entry. It would have given us the entry model of the QML, but then, so I think this is just, because if we look at it like this, it's great, yes, it's nice, but then based on the market momentum and it being a bullish market, that is what broke this whole thing out. So breaking this one out, this will just give us like a supply and demand flip. This will give you a supply and demand flip, because this is the demand that was supposed to run the price back down, but it is a um failed supply. So we are just going to flip it and then the price will just come here. So this breaker block is going to, wait a minute, I think I'm missing something. I saw something now and I'm missing it. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, that's the demand, support demand flip. This is supposed to be it, and then the price just broke it. So this obviously is our next entry. These ones are below, these ones wouldn't count. The price has already triggered the FVG. So we're going to just maybe expand our stop loss a little bit below this one right here. Might just be attracting liquidity, trying to close out early buyers and all of that for gold. So might, or I don't think it's necessary. Let's just put it the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, let's put it the way it's supposed to be. And then we target this. Oh, the eye has been hit already. So this will be. I'm trying to see if there's a break on the eye. full body break. Let me put this one here. Yep. Okay, yeah, there's a break there. Good. So guess that's it. That's it for good. Then we can just see the next eye, see where the price is probably going to. But then I've been seeing this VG indicator here, and that's also where the price is reacting. So it's 50-50, tricky. Market is bullish. We have a support demand flip. It's touching 4 hour VG here. But yeah, put that aside. There's only one factor telling us we should short. We have like two or three on the long side. So I'm just going to go with that. Market the good price action is extremely bullish, so there's no need for us to counter trade or go against the trend. The trend is bullish, we go with that. These are short entry that is supposed to go away because um this one has been indicated already. So price reaching there again means there's no liquidity there and it's just going to go above it. So yes, I think I'm pretty much convinced. Yes, this is going to be our entry for good going to the new week. And okay, we've checked the daily time frame, checked the weekly. This is the weekly. You can see how bullish it is on weekly time frame. So there's no reason for us to counter trend. So I'm going with that for good. I think that's going to be it. So if you have any questions, anything else you want me to touch aside from a new pair, or maybe something you want me to clarify, just let me know. Then we'll call it a day. Oh, okay. Drop next week. Since much drop after that right triple break. Was there a triple break that I missed? That means any triple break. This is on 1 hour. It's only one break. If you look at 4 hour. Is there a triple break on 4 hour? Let's see. Now this one. No, this is not a break because this is where the price actually broke. Let's see. The price didn't break from this side. I don't know. I can't see a triple break. I wouldn't call this a break. Break. This one. Then we have this one. Although, let's see where the price opens. Let's put this into consideration. If price opens above here, then there's no triple break. So it just kind of furthers our kind of push support our conviction, what we are going for. The price closes above here, above 3,436. Yep, yes. So if it doesn't, then we might have 50-50 mind. I should pay attention to it and update in the Telegram, update Discord, anyone. But yeah, this is just S&D flip easy. This is supposed to be a crazy sell if it had held. Like it's so perfect. It was a perfect trade. I know a lot of people are going to take this trade. This one right here, a lot of people take it, a whole lot. And also this volume at that place shows you something that could, yeah, this place was tagged with sell orders. So yeah. Is there a reason you did not pick the big candle on gold that tapped in the AVG? Big candle. Oh, this one. Well, there's just liquidity below. That's what I would say. There's liquidity below it, and then yeah, this might be a continuation. We can see how it's struggling to even continue. Yes. So I think it needs some more fuel. And that will be below here. Yes. Indicator for FVG, I've already explained it severally. This is it. Go to your indicators, then put FVG, nephew Sam, FVG. When there are different FVG, just find the one that like looks like go. You can see this one has small like small like reviews. So just go with the one that people use the most for the FVG. Anyway, yeah, we're 45 minutes in. As the pair are going, you've done three pairs already. Yes, Bitcoin, the what's that pair? The USDCHF. Yeah, and then we have our good. So three pairs per week. See what's going to go on this week. Hopefully this week goes well. Pay attention to the charts. Yes, that'll be all. We see each other. We meet each other next week again. Or we're already in Sunday. Yeah, might be Saturday, might be Sunday. So any one of them. So see you guys around. See you back in the chat. I mean.